cacao season is well and truly here in Australia, and I am fully embracing it with my hot cacaos to start the day or end the day lately, and this one is very, very good. So hello and welcome back to another video. I hope you've all been keeping very well. I feel very refreshed filming today because I recently got back from a holiday where I went to Tasmania, and then when I got back I was like really sick and I couldn't film, and now I am back to filming and feeling good and excited to cook some delicious food today. So feeling refreshed. I hope you're all feeling well as well. And yeah, today I'm going to bring you along and show you what I eat in a day as a vegan. I have been really getting back into like my full foodie era lately and just loving cooking so much, and I'm really excited to share some meals today that I have been really loving, and hopefully you'll love them as well if you decide to try them out at home. So for breakfast this morning, I really want to make a delicious savory breakfast. My friend brought over some sourdough for us recently, and so I really want to use this delicious fresh sourdough. And as well as that, recently I have been obsessed with making homemade pesto, and I want to have it on absolutely everything. So I have kind of this vision for breakfast this morning of like what I want to make with like some tomatoes and zucchini and pesto and everything like that. So yeah, I guess we should get into making it. I don't know fully how it's going to come together, but I feel like it is going to be really good. And yeah, I'll show you how I've been making this homemade pesto because it is so easy to do, and I feel like it tastes so much better than store-bought, and it's something that I've been really enjoying making recently and being able to have with lots of different things. So let's cross our fingers that the basil that's in my fridge that I got a few days ago is still good, and if it is, we'll get into making a delicious savory breakfast. Cheers to that with our hot cacaos. So I am very in the mood to do some baking today. There's something about the change of season and the cool weather hitting that makes me want to bake more. Obviously, I always love making a sweet treat, but the love for baked goods in particular just like rises as the temperature lowers. And I'm gonna make some double chocolate banana bread today. I made this, I reckon, way more than 6 months ago. I don't know if I ever documented it on YouTube, but it was absolutely incredible, and I thought I've got a whole bunch of dark chocolate here and it's time to make some banana bread. So this is the dark chocolate I'm using. This is my recommendation for today. This chocolate is accidentally vegan, and you can get it from the supermarket here in Australia, which I know can be really convenient to be able to get like a good dark chocolate for baking. Usually it's $8 for a block, so I usually wait until it's on special and then like stock up on a few blocks because I do like to make sweet treats, as we are well aware at this point, but it is really good. This is pretty much why I wanted to recommend it today. Before we get into the baking, I wanted to say a big thank you to my friends at Squarespace for very kindly sponsoring today's video. I recently updated my website, not only with a few new recipes, but also with a search bar. Thank you all so much for coming to me and telling me you needed a way to be able to search my recipes, because that makes a lot of sense, and I don't know how I didn't have it there before, but it is there now. So if you're ever looking for anything, you can search that on my website, which is amandadux.com. Now, my website I host and design using Squarespace, and I have been doing so for many years now throughout many different variations of my website existing. It's all been with Squarespace. I love using Squarespace for a variety of different reasons, but in particular, the blogging features that I use every time I am updating my website are so user-friendly, just so seamless, and just makes the whole having a website thing a lot more easy and enjoyable for me. You know, things like video editing and filming and stuff, those things come naturally to me. Web design and website stuff does not, but it does feel a lot easier using Squarespace, which is why I have continued to do so for so many years. So if you're ever looking to host or design your own website, I highly recommend checking out Squarespace. You can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/Amanda Ducks and use my code, which is Amanda Ducks, and it gets you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. What is going on with this banana? That is absolutely bizarre. Okay, I've decided that I'm going to make them into chocolate banana muffins, and I'm just gonna hope that the recipe I have been making for these previously works as well. But I just saw these and I thought, you know what, let's do something a little bit different. Haven't made some muffins in a while, so let's see how they go. Okay, whilst those muffins are cooling down, I am going to get into making some lunch. This new soda leaf flavor is my other recommendation for today's video, because I tried these for the first time last week and wow, so ridiculously good. I'm like only buying this flavor right now. So I'm really excited to get into making lunch today, because I'm making something that I guess I haven't made before technically, but the like hero of the dish is going to be the lentil and walnut mince that I have been loving making and eating. So that is going to be like the main part, but instead of having it in tacos, I have like this other vision of how I'm gonna serve it, and it's a recipe I've been wanting to try making for a while to see if it would be a good meal for like entertaining and stuff like that. And so I figured, why not try make it today for lunch? We know I like to keep lunch simple. That's what we're gonna do. I'll show you how I make this delicious lentil and walnut mince. And the first thing we're gonna need is a little food processor or a blender, and we're going to blend those walnuts all up until they're into a nice fine crumb. So I start by adding the walnuts into my mini food processor and blitzing them all up into a crumb. I also cut up a brown onion, I dice it, and then once that's done I transfer it into my little frying pan with a little bit of olive oil. Then I add in some garlic powder as well as some smoked paprika and some dried coriander and mix that all together. I also then add in the ground walnuts, mix that together, add in some tomato paste as well as some soy sauce and continue mixing that all together. I add in some water to reduce it and thin it out a little bit, and then I add in some lentils which I had drained and rinsed, and continue cooking this up until I get a nice mince texture. When it comes to serving, I have some of this Greek style coconut yogurt, which I like to use almost like as a sour cream kind of replacement. I find it really delicious and really similar for me personally. And I just piled on the mince with some fresh coriander and some fresh lime with it, and then decided to serve this with some corn chips to dip. So this is the simple meal that I had been thinking of, and honestly I think it's gonna be really, really good. And honestly, it was just so quick to whip together. So good as like a higher protein lunch, just serving with some corn chips. You could also use like flatbread or anything like that if you would like to. But yeah, I really, really like this idea. Definitely want to be a fan of the lentil and walnut mince if you are going to have this, but I personally find lunch to be a meal that I want to come together pretty quickly, and I also want it to keep me full and energized as I get through the workday a lot of the time. So I feel like this really falls into that category. You can also prep this mince in advance and use it for lots of different meals, which I really like about it as well. Let's squeeze some lime on top, and then let's give this a try, making sure to get some of the yogurt with it. All right. Oh my god, yes. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried lentil and walnut mince yet, you definitely should. I recently made it for some friends, and one of the friends, he's not vegan. I made it in tacos. He said it was literally the best tacos he had ever had in his life. So if that's not a testimony, I don't know what is. Okay, it is finally time to try these double chocolate banana muffins. This is what they're looking like. They've cooled down nicely on the wire rack, which we love, and I am so keen to see how they taste. These look like they're gonna be so fluffy. Oh, I don't know if my camera just picked that up, but these are so ridiculously fluffy. The texture is so perfect. Wow, this is actually amazing. I will leave all the ingredients that I used and everything in the description box in case you want to make them at home, because wow, they are so ridiculously good. Wow, I am so excited about tonight's dinner. I recently had this idea for this miso tahini cauliflower that I really wanted to work on. The first time I made it, I wasn't super happy with the way it worked out, but I've cooked it differently today and I think it's actually going to be absolutely perfect. I'm really, really excited to dig into it, and I thought it would also go perfectly in a Nourish bowl. So we've got a Nourish bowl for dinner tonight. I've got some brown rice under there, edamame, cucumber, red cabbage, spinach, got that miso tahini cauliflower, crispy tofu pieces, and then I've got more of the miso tahini sauce on top. The good news is I also made extra, so I'm going to have leftovers to be able to have for lunch tomorrow, which is absolutely wonderful. And yeah, this is gonna be my dinner tonight. I'm already in my comfies. I'm ready to enjoy dinner, watch some Survivor, and then go to bed, and that'll be the end of my day. So that is everything that I've eaten in a day as a vegan. I hope you got at least one new idea to try out at home from this video. As always, a massive thank you for being here, for watching my videos and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it so very much. I also realized today that it is my 9-year vegan anniversary, and usually I do something to celebrate my vegan anniversary, but it honestly completely slipped my mind this year, which I feel is okay because next year will be the big 10-year, decade-long anniversary of being vegan, so I'm sure I can do something to celebrate that then. But I guess I kind of accidentally was celebrating anyway today because I was cooking good vegan food and filming and sharing it online, and I guess that's a huge part of my vegan journey as well. So feeling really good. Again, thank you so much for being here. I will see you very soon with another video, and yeah, until then, hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.